welcome to our introduction into color grading. So today we're going to be working in Lightroom, and so what we'll need to do for this assignment is go out, take a picture of something that has like isolated color. Okay, so something with a very identifiable color. We kind of did something like this in class, but we're going to take this a little bit more, we're going to be rather a little bit more specific with it this time around. So what you'll need to do is get something that has a lot of contrast and color to it, okay? So for example, the class favorite, the banana here, right? We've got two very distinct colors plus a shadow. Very distinct colors, very distinct colors, distinct colors, distinct colors, right? So one where you've got a primary color, right? So in this case we've got blue. In this case we have pink, right? So go take a picture of something with a pretty consistent background. Okay, so this kind of goes with our simplicity assignment that we had last week, right? I want you to isolate your subject from kind of everything else, but be as colorful as you can. So, for example, you could have a can of Coke or Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper or something like that. I'm just thinking of things that are in your fridge already, right? And then, hold it up to your fridge, your, maybe your white fridge or your black fridge, right? Where you've got a background that is one color and a subject that is another color, and you isolate it and take a picture, okay? And obviously we're using our phones for these, or whatever camera you have available to you to use to take these pictures. Another option is using a bed sheet, right? Or your whatever color your sheets are, hopefully, unless you're still rocking, the Spider-Man sheets. If you've got a consistent colored, that can be your background, whatever it is, okay? And then take the picture, right? So, think of our man on the water here as your can of Coke and your green background as your fridge, whatever. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to explore the color toning, okay? So this is, again, a one photo assignment, and it should be very similar to our simplicity in that we don't have anything else except our subject. So we're going to come up to our Edit tab, which is E on your keyboard if you're, or it's up here, these three dots. Those are meant to look like these sliders here. Right, so up there with these three sliders, okay? And I want you to come down to the color mixer. We already introduced this, but we didn't make it an assignment, so we're just going to do it very briefly, okay? So you're going to come down and you're going to click the color wheel right here, okay? And you'll notice that the color mixer pops up. Now what this is doing is it says, these are the colors of the rainbow here, right? And it can change our hue, saturation, and luminance. So let's go to this one that's going to be more obviously blue, okay? So I can select here sort of this cyan blue over to just regular blue, right? And I can change the hue of just that one, okay? But there's also a little bit of blue in this, okay? Well, I guess not. It's just living in the blue zone there. So you'll have colors that kind of live in between these two, and that will allow us to adjust those if we select multiple, okay? There's a little bit of green here, so actually I wonder if I go to green, if I can do anything there. I guess not. Jeez. Let's try another image. Let's try our pink one here. So pink is going to be kind of in between red here and magenta here. So if I start with red, see, it doesn't affect it that much. It just kind of makes it a little more, I don't know, kind of more pastel-y here. But if I go to the pink one, it will also allow me to adjust it. Okay. Now sometimes this is the color that you're working with, right? Something that's kind of living in between. And if you're wanting to change sort of the in-between color of, say, cyan, or excuse me, magenta and red here, we've got the target adjustment. Okay, so if I click on that and then come out and then select this pink, it's going to adjust both. Oh, excuse me, I have luminance selected. So I need to have hue selected. So I'm going to hit my target again because I'm trying to change the hue. And the hue is going to change the tonal value, the color value. See, and it's allowing me to change sort of two things at once, right? It's taking stuff from red, it's taking stuff from pink, even though it's just a little bit, right? And it's changing those two, okay? So if you have something that's living in between the colors here, right, you can adjust that with our target adjustment. And actually looking at this image, we sort of had a debate in class whether we thought this was simulated or real, and looking at it now, I think after changing color grading this, I feel like this is a simulated image. Here we can go to yellow, go to blue, okay, and we'll try this one. Ooh, yeah, that's fun. Okay, so we can adjust these as needed. So where this is useful is, let's say you have more than one color. Let's see if I can dig one up here just in these recent images. Where it's really useful is when you have somebody who's not necessarily matching the rest of, say, the group. So I don't have one. I wish I did. I'm sorry. We can maybe look at the boys from last year here. So if I wanted to match Lom's sweater here with the bench, okay, I would come here and maybe adjust it. Man, email is just so rude. Just pokes its way into your life. Okay, anyway, so where were we? There we go. Okay, so I can adjust Lom's sweater to sort of match the bleachers. Okay, but since they kind of actually live in the same spectrum of color, I'm only going to get like kind of close. Okay, but what happens is since our sliders aren't super smart, it's going to grab everything else too. So it's kind of a hit and miss type thing, but it'll work for us. So your assignment is specifically to get an image, right, and adjust the color. Okay, just the color. Just one color to be specific. So here we've got a red garage door, and I can change it to orange or more fuchsia. But what happens here is if you look at Lindy's feet here, this light was reflecting on that, and so it's going to show up there. So it's not perfect, but it works pretty well. So submit an image that shows that you have color graded, that you've changed the color using our color mixer here, and that's it. So simple, kind of easy, but I want you to use all the creative elements that we learned last week in Simplicity and execute this very well. If you have questions, I will be on Zoom for the last 30 minutes of every class period. So I will post a link, or excuse me, post a schedule as to when I will be on Zoom. If you have questions or you'd like to schedule a Zoom call outside of those 30 minutes per class, that's fine. Just shoot me an email and let me know when you'd like to meet so that we can take care of whatever questions you have. My email again is jschmith@murrayschools.org, or feel free to message me in Canvas or on Microsoft Teams. Thank you. I will see you soon.